Hey guys, it's Sean. I'm gonna try and make this video for like the 20th time. This video is gonna be a comparison on the LA Gay and Lesbian Center and the North Park Family Health Center. So I think what I'll do is I'll break it up, starting with the LA Gay and Lesbian Center, and then do another video on the North Park Family Health Center if I can't seem to condense it in the amount of time. Okay, so when I first started my transition, I was actually referred by a fellow YouTuber to go to the LA Gay and Lesbian Center in Los Angeles off of Sunset and Schrader, I believe. Um, that's where they went, and they said, hey, there's this doctor, Dr. Maddie. I think her name is Dr. Maddie Deutsch. She's where I get my hormones. You should check it out. I haven't had any problems, so I decided to take them up on that, and my experience was this. First, the wait time is going to be anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Um, for me, it was actually 4 months. Initially, though, it was estimated to be 6 months. I got lucky, though. They put me on a waiting list, and normally they're going to ask you, hey, would you like to be put on the waiting list, just in case someone cancels, and then you can get your appointment boosted up. So I got in there 4 months after the fact. The other thing you should know is that the LA Gay and Lesbian Center is for LA County residents. So if you are planning on going, you should ask a friend, hey, can I send some of my mail over to this address? That way I can have proof of residency and, sign up with the clinic. Also, if you're worried about, finances, things like that, they are based on a sliding scale. So when you do go in for your first appointment, you actually get a financial assessment where they first look at your proof of residency, and then they'll take whatever proof of income that you have. And from there, they'll put you on the sliding scale and saying, okay, you make this much, then this is how much your appointments are going to be, your lab work's going to be, and so forth. The other thing, too, to note is that there's only one doctor that's going to be seeing you if you are going for trans care, whether it's testosterone or estrogen, and that would be Dr. Maddie. Dr. Maddie, from at least when I went, she's actually a volunteer, and she volunteers her time 1 week out of the month. And from what I understand, she was living in San Francisco and actually works out there and just comes out here for the trans community, which is so honorable and selfless, and it's just crazy to me that she has all of these patients. And with that being said, you should know that it's a very quick appointment. It's very straight to the point. She has a lot of people to see in a very short amount of time. With the LA Gay and Lesbian Center, your first appointment is going to be the financial assessment. So you go in for your financial assessment. They sign you, this advisor or whatever. And when I first went in, I was not only unemployed, but I also didn't bring proof of residency. Yet I still managed to get in. I think depending on the staff member that helps you, you could have a lot of flexibility. But this staff member was really cool. They're like, do you have a friend's address that you could use? And I did. I had used one up in Long Beach, and then they put that in my file, and then they asked, okay, so do you have proof of income? And I said, no, I'm not working. I don't have a job. So at the time, my girlfriend was with me, and so she went ahead and claimed me, and then they took her stated income. And stated income means that it's whatever you say your income is, because even if they needed proof of income, she wouldn't be able to give it anyway, because she doesn't have like a solid paper or file that says, okay, this is the amount of money that I make a week. That's just her job. So from there, it's usually a week or two out that you have your next appointment, and that appointment is with Dr. Maddie. So the follow-up appointment, you go into the waiting room, you fill out the paperwork, they call you into a small room, and they say, okay, you're going to watch this 9 to 10 minute video, and it's going to be Dr. Maddie explaining to you all of the pros and the cons or side effects of being on hormone therapy. And then they give you like this little, hard copy, and then, you sign off saying, yes, I understand this and this. And from there, Dr. Maddie's nurse comes and gets you. Dr. Maddie's nurse is really, really cool. I really like him. I think he kind of takes care of all like the grunt work. Like if you make a phone call and you're trying to reach Dr. Maddie, more than likely he's going to be the one that's going to call you back. So you go into, you go into the room, and then the nurse, takes your vitals and all that stuff, and then Dr. Maddie comes in. What to expect when you see Dr. Maddie is you want to be on point. So there really is no hesitation room. Like, if you're nervous and you want someone that's going to hold your hand, and sorry to say it like that, and kind of like, hey, it's okay, we'll ease into this and spend a lot of time talking with you. It's not going to happen. She's a very busy woman, and she's very, I would say, assertive. And I think that's kind of like her personality. It's kind of like to the point. She's friendly, but you can tell there is this like kind of aggressiveness. And you have to be understanding of that because she does have so many patients to treat. And obviously, they are coming from much further than just LA County. So that'll probably be the longest appointment that you have with Dr. Maddie. Is actually going to be your first one, and then it's quick. I don't remember how long the first appointment was. I just remember being like, whoa, okay, that's it, we're done. And then from there, they only get shorter. Your follow-ups just get shorter. The other thing, what was I going to say, is that if you are kind of unsure as to how much testosterone you want to take and how far you want to go with it, I did ask her. I was like, hey, what's your thoughts on someone that is, just exploring partial transition, or, going all the way, because at the time I really wasn't sure what exactly it is that I wanted to do. She said, you know what, it doesn't matter to me as long as it's something that's going to make you happy and you're healthy. So for the guys that are kind of like, well, I'm not so sure how far I want to go, Dr. Maddie is really understanding of that. The other things I'd share with you is the cool thing about the clinic is that since it is so big, they actually have their labs on site and they have a pharmacy on site. So it's like a one-stop shop. You don't have to go anywhere else to get what you need. And the labs and the pharmacy, all of that is also based on your income. So that sliding scale, for me, like my visits, I think that's just for everybody, is a $30 for every visit. And then from there, it was like $2 to $5 for my labs, like $7 to $15 for my testosterone. I mean, it was rather, it's really inexpensive when you think about it. Like currently, if I were to take my prescription without health insurance to my regular pharmacist, it would cost me $96 as opposed to say like $7. So things to consider. But you do have the option of going to your own lab place if you want to go off-site, and you do have the option to go to your own pharmacy. It's up to you. The other thing is that they have their own parking lot, so all you have to do is go in there. You drive up and they say, hey, are you going to go to the center? And you say yes. They say okay. They give you a little ticket. You go in there, you give it to the front desk and say, I need this validated. They validate it for you and you don't pay anything. So it's really nice. Another plus is that they have gender neutral restrooms. So you really can't beat that, especially if you're kind of in this awkward phase of like, what do I do now? Like, do I go in the men's? Do I go in the women's? And so I really, really like the gender neutral restrooms. The other things that I've noticed is that when I do go in there, it's mostly gay men. I don't see a whole lot of trans individuals. And then also just to give you an idea is like how the staff is and stuff like that. The staff, you get to learn their faces really quickly, but they're really, really busy. And they're very friendly and they're going to be helpful, if you ask them questions. But it's not going to be one of those, close one-on-one relationship kind of deals. Not that I know that really many doctor offices are, because they're all really busy. So that's just to give you an idea that they are very busy, and they're juggling everything at once. So, it depends. The only other thing that I can say that I didn't really care for was in the waiting room, they have the news, like Fox, I don't know if it's Fox News or what. It's a news, or CNN or something like that. And I always find it so depressing because every time they put it on, it's always just negative stuff. And when I was on my first visit, it just made me really nervous. Like, it was like I was already nervous, and then to have that, I was like, this just is making it worse. I would say on your second visit, bring a buddy. Because getting your testosterone and all that is a really huge deal, and it's nice to have support. And in my case, when I had to get my lab work done, because on your second visit you do get your blood drawn and all that, I had a panic attack, and I had a friend with me, and then they were able to help calm me down, and they actually went and talked to the doctor. And by the way, if you don't get your lab work done on that second visit with Dr. Maddie and all of that, you're not going to get a prescription for your testosterone. So you have to kind of suck it up and go and do it. From there, you see Dr. Maddie like once every 3 months. And you usually, what happens is you make an appointment to get your lab work done. So you get your labs done, a week later you see Dr. Maddie. Okay, another 3 months goes by, you get your lab done, another week later you go see Dr. Maddie. You have to get your lab work done in order to go anywhere, otherwise Dr. Maddie's just not going to be able to help you. She might let it slide once, but after that it's a slap on the hand. Also, she's big on tardiness. Never be late, always be early if you can help it. Because again, she'll give you a slap on the wrist, and there's a good chance you won't see her until the next time she's in town. So let's go ahead and move on to North Park Family Health Center.